How you doing? Today I'm making ensalada de bacalao. It's very healthy. So here we go. We have our ingredients. This is our ingredients for the salsa that's gonna go, which is the main onion vinaigrette kind of for the bacalao. It consists of, I use lime, but my daughter loves lemon, so I'll just use lemon. I use about 2 or 1 depending. Like if this one is super juicy, I might just keep it 1. Like you'll taste it and you'll see. I use 1 pepper. You can use bell like this one, or you can use the Italian. I'm using 3 onions because I really love this sauce with a lot of onions. I'm using 1 tomato and of course our cilantro. So we're gonna make that, but that's gonna go when the bacalao is done. Here I have the yuca. You can use frozen or fresh. This is actually frozen because the fresh one, it takes like forever to clean and I hate that. So it's easy. I've got my olive oil. Here's the bacalao. That's a lot of bacalao. That bacalao is actually for like 6 people. My family and my brother's gonna come over. This is my brother Camilo's favorite bacalao salad. So you know I'm gonna hook him up. And so here's the bacalao. It's salty. I took it out the bag. Now the process with bacalao is you can leave it overnight. You can leave it overnight and leave it in the water and then throw that water away and change the water. But a quick method when it's like this skinny, see it's really skinny, is I'll give it a quick boil 3 times. Like I boil it 1 time, throw the water away, boil it again, throw the water away, boil it again, throw the water away. And by that time, like all the salt is gone. And it's so tasty and it's actually really healthy because basically it's all these fresh raw vegetables, a little olive oil. I mean, what more can you go wrong, right? It's so yummy. The finished product is like so tasty. You make white rice on the side. Latino way, we eat it with rice. Tasty, tasty. So here goes. What I do is I'm going to fill my pan with a lot of water. I'm going to put my bacalao in carefully because it's so thin. You have to be careful. There we go. Okay. See that? So look at all the salt that's coming out. Oh man, so you're careful with it. Be gentle with it, alright? So you fill that up with water. I shake it up a little bit. Take all that water out. Take that water out. Alright, I'm dumping that one. That is so much salt. You see that? Oh my gosh, that's all the salt coming out. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil this one. This one, I'll boil it 10 minutes and then I throw the water. 10 minutes, then I throw the water. 10 minutes, I throw the water because it cooks really quick. It's fish, so you don't want it like to be totally bland either. Now, we don't want a bland bacalao because that's just not good. So then we're filling it with water. I'm shaking it up to let all that water come, you know, that salt come out. So here's my second water. I just threw out the water and I'm adding water again. And he's my assistant. Could you pick up and put it right here for me? So then right now, this is our second boil. And I also have my yuca boiling right here. I like to do it on the side so I can see how tender I want it. So this is my second boil. Alright, so this is the second water I'm doing. So now this third water that I'm going to add is going to be the last one. And you can taste the water if you want. So here we go. One more. So once again, you can shake if you want. Shake up a little bit. Throw out some water. This is a very salty fish, so don't get scared to do that. Plus it's dry, so you know it's getting hydrated. So there we go. We fill it one more time. Then this is our last water for boiling, and then once this one boils, your bacalao is done. And then we'll let it cool and we'll incorporate everything together. Our yuca is boiling here nicely. It's almost ready. Yeah, it's almost soft. I love it very tender. Everybody loves yuca so soft. You get hard yuca, it's like yuck. Alrighty, so here we go. Here's our third water. Alrighty. Alright, so now our third boil is done. That was like another 15-20 minutes. I'm throwing the water out. Alright, here we go. Woo, bacalao is in the house. So we're gonna let this cool. Nice, see, that portion is good for like 5-6 people, right?
want.
Yeah, because we're like 4 plus my brother Suleika. We'll try to make more.
That's a lot. That's like, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna let that cool for a little while. Once that's cool, then we're gonna put all our things together. Our yuca is right here. We took it out the pan. I'm gonna put a little extra yuca for that amount. I used 4 bags of bacalao, 3 bags of yuca. Okay. All right, so here I have the yuca. Took it out the pot. I'm letting it cool. I'm letting everything cool. If you could put it somewhere that it's very cool, perfect. And once it's all cool, we're gonna cut it up in little tiny squares. Put it together. We're gonna make rice on the side, and that's for dinner. Here I sliced them. See, we cut them. We sliced them. Then you slice them little squares. Little squares. The yuca is totally cold. Remember, it has to be cold. And it's so nice and tender. Little squares. See that? Little cubes. Cubed up like that. Perfect. Perfect. See, and look what I've done here. I've shredded my... And here I've shredded my bacalao. Look at that. Perfect. And then here I can add my yuca. I've cut in chunks, you can see. I've cut that in a lot of chunks. We're going to mix it up together. We're going to bring out our salsa. Shake it up. Here we're going to make the onion sauce, which is our salsa. So I took the onion, I cut it in half, and I'm going to slice it as thin as you can. As thin as you can, you slice it. See, so here we have more onion cut up. We're going to leave that like that. So here I'm cutting the onion one more time. You see those thin? I want them very thin, as thin as you can. Nice and thin. There we go. So we add that to our onions. Here we're gonna put some salt in our red onions. What I like to do, it looks like a lot, but you're gonna wash that out. You take some cold water. Now what you do is you're gonna smash those red onions. See? You're smashing them. So what this does, it helps break down the onion to make it more edible and not as spicy, you know? It's kind of like a cooking process, we say. So see, I'm squeezing it up. Alright. Wash it up a little bit, get rid of all that salt. These are all my mama's methods, so a lot of stuff I do because I've seen her. So I don't know, it's just delicious like that. Alright. So then we squeeze the heck out of that. Alright, so here we go. We're going to add our tomatoes. We're going to add our peppers. And we're going to get our lemon. We're going to give it a squeeze. Make sure that, you know, it's nice and juicy inside for us. I'm actually going to use 2. Yeah, I like it very lemony. Also, this is usually made with limes, but I find that lemons have a little bit more juice. So it's really whatever I'm in the mood for. So here we go. Squeeze. This is where you need your strength. So this is actually our salsa that goes in so many dishes, and it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. If you get any seeds, definitely take them out. You do not want seeds in your salsa. Not at all. One more. Alrighty, so here's the cutting of the cilantro. Now the cilantro, I'm actually going to use a different knife. The cilantro, you want to cut up really tiny. So what I do is I chop it up. Chop it up as much as you can. Don't cut your fingers. Then what I do is I just start chopping up till it gets really tiny. About a minute of chopping. If you want it really tiny, you want it to basically like melt in that sauce. and moan. Oh, and I sing. I'm sorry about that. This song reminds me when I was in high school. Oh my God, I'm so old. Thanks. So you see? That's like what I want. So here we go. Right in our salsa. So look at that. All nice and healthy. Right in our salsa. I'm going to use about 1 teaspoon of salt, so you know how much salt you should have. Yeah, that's about good. Alright, you mix. Smells so good. So now what you do with this salsa, after you mix it, you cover it and you leave it in the refrigerator for about half an hour to an hour before you use it. That way the lime cooks all that vegetable and then it's just so delicious. Alright, we're moving it around. Yay. Alright, at this time you're going to add your olive oil. It's about 2 tablespoons. That's going to make everything incorporate. This is our Ecuadorian salsa. It was pretty simple, but this goes on everything and everything. And then you always try it. You always try a little bit of it to make sure it's good with the salt. So perfect. So now what I'm going to do this is I'm going to cover it and I'm going to leave it in the refrigerator till my bacalao is done. And then once my bacalao cools, it all goes together. So you see, that's our Ecuadorian salsa used for ceviches, used to put on top of pernil. This salsa is just used everywhere in Ecuador. It's the salsa, the main thing. So we're mixing it all up. Everything is cold. Here's our salsa. We put our salsa in. And we're going to incorporate that all together really well. I might have needed a different bowl, but it's going to do perfect. Just be patient with it. You incorporate it all. You want the salsa to get all in between the bacalao, the yuca, all this love that you put in here. Look at that. Oh my, look at that. Look at that. Do you see that? That's amazing. So you take out of the refrigerator your salad. Remember to mix it before you serve it or anything. You want to make sure everything is mixed up together. So I served it 3 ways. Here you have your salad. See, that's the final outcome. It's so delicious. You have peppers, tomatoes, everything. You can serve it that way always. Just salad alone. Delicious. I've had here serve rice with salad. And then sometimes, like if I have people coming over, stuff like that, I'll serve it like this. Like I ring it around with the rice in the middle. If I find it cute. The only thing I was bummed, the lady, she forgot to put my avocado in my bag when I went to the supermarket. So I'll put an avocado slice right here. And I could serve it here, or I put avocados here. Or you could also get sweet plantains. Sweet plantains with bacalao I find so tasty. And then as an appetizer dish with this, what I do sometimes is I'll make tostones and I'll put them on top, a little bit of salad, and as appetizers. Oh, that's so yummy. What I do different is I might add just a little more bacalao. So now let's see. Oh man. Look at that. You see that? Yum. It's so tasty. It has so much flavor. The yuca is so moist. This is the best salad ever. If you make it the way that I've showed you, oh my god, you're gonna love this salad. It's the best. Yummy, tasty, always. Thank you.